What's up, everybody? Disco Demonic Hydrophonic. So I've been working with the Tao, Taoism, stuff like that. Well, that aspect of occultism, esoteric knowledge, and I'm learning a lot. It's very interesting, and I mean, the information is laid out there very systematically and very, I don't want to say easy to digest, but it's easy. It's intuitive. Let me see. It's very technical, but if you have a technical mind, it's very easy to digest because of that. It explains everything and lays everything out. So, and I've come across a few different people that I'm learning from. I read a couple of books. I'm going to be continuing my journey on this path. It's this Tao, this path. It's very interesting. So, one of the things that I came across was with Lao Tzu. Now, I know I'm not pronouncing that right. I tried to learn how to say it in Chinese, Lao Tzu, and I'm pretty sure I'm saying that wrong, but there's a bunch of different ways they say to say it. So I'm just going to go Lao Tzu. And so I thought I'd channel him. Okay, so there's a lot of people say, or there's different schools of thought on what or who Lao Tzu actually was, if he was real or just some kind of like made up character in order to, push across this idea of the Tao Te Ching, right? So there's no really solid information as far as I can tell, and whether or not he was real. But if he was real, he existed around a certain time, and he was a contemporary of Confucius. So because of that, I decided to channel Lao Tzu. And what I got was, I got some things that seem kind of Lao Tzu-ish, right? I don't know if that's because of the language barrier or because he's not, I don't have a relationship with Lao Tzu yet, or if because it is some sort of egregore that was created and it can only speak in this manner. But so what I got is, they're like little verses is what I got. So, and then I got some other stuff that was pretty fucking cool. So the withering bush has no tempest of solitude within its veins. It's the first thing I got. The second thing I got was beauty is the passing of time filled with pain. Second thing I got. Third thing I got was bitter dreams escape that which is forgotten in time. And then that was the third thing I got. And then the fourth thing I got, I actually had a vision. I was just trying to, because I was already having this kind of idea, like, are you an egregore, kind of like questioning. And then I got this vision of this turtle. And this turtle was walking very slowly, but it was really fucking big, right? And then I saw the vision of the turtle was really small, then it's like I went back and it got really big, and it was just, I mean, I was really huge, and the turtle got smaller and smaller and smaller. So it was big, and then it got smaller and smaller and smaller, right? And then I saw it in the distance, and it was like way over here, and I could see the turtle. And it was just walking really slow. And so what I got from that, it was, then I got this, like, something communicated to me. A lifetime is but a footstep to the gods. We must take many footsteps to travel a short distance to that which is eternal. That which is eternal. So basically what it was saying is that, like, our lifetime is like very short distance compared to like that of the gods. You know what I'm saying? And even though I've spoken on this about like what, as far as my belief on like if we are gods or not, like we are still very young as far as our path goes, and all of us aren't going to make it. We could be eaten up by different entities as we move along, and so there's different things that could happen to us on our journey. We could be like absorbed into like a higher consciousness or whatever, so we're no longer separate beings. So there's a few things that could happen, right? So we could become astral food. Anyways, you know what I'm talking about. So, but that's what I got from that. And then let's see, whatever here. And that's what I got when I tried to channel Lao Tzu. Now I think as things go and they continue later on, I'll have a better idea of what or who Lao Tzu is. So one of the cool things when I was watching the video, man, and you know, I feel kind of bad because I had this chick's name, and I don't want to forget her because she's awesome, and she's the one who has the Tao of the Way. Her name is Benable Wen. She has a YouTube channel, and I got some stuff from her, and she talks about the food talismans and things like that. And this book that I'm going to get apparently has a bunch of information on that, like trigrams and things like that, the Trinitarian formula, basically like heaven, earth, man, different, kind of spouting off just shit that I'm like notes that I was taking while I was watching one of her videos. She has like parts and things you could look at. So Benable Ren, B-E-N-E. I'll leave a link to one of her videos so then you can go from there and just like look at whatever you want to. Well, one of her videos, she was talking about how to communicate with the Lady of the Ninth Heaven or Lady of Nine Heavens. She says that they're the same thing. It means her, whoever, you know, the Lady of the Ninth Heaven or Lady of Nine Heavens. It's the same entity. So I found this very interesting. So this was. If I don't know if this is specific to Lady in the Ninth Heaven or if you can use it with other entities. I'm obviously going to try with other entities and like see. It's a totally different approach than I've seen. Some of the aspects are similar. So, anyways, here we go. So she talks about the first thing you do is you get into your sacred space, and then you create an essence like what she would do. She says she used sandalwood oil on herself. And then sandalwood oil and sandalwood incense to create like a sandalwood essence going on, right? And then from there you go into a meditative state. And then when you're in a meditative state, and she explains meditative state, I think it's kind of like in a layman explanation, so other people who don't really know anything about meditation. But anyways, you get into a meditative state, and what you're going to tap into is the fight part of your mind. So in your meditative state, what you're doing is once you reach the part of like thoughtlessness, then you imagine yourself running away from something in a forest, and you're just like hauling ass trying to get away from it. And this thing's like chasing you, like you're in flight mode. All right, so you're trying to get fight or flight. So you're just running and like going through the trees and shit or whatever, however you envision this, and then you get to a point finally whenever you're going to realize that this thing is not going to stop chasing you, that you're going to have to turn around, you're going to have to fight. So then you hit that point, and then you just like turn around, and when you fight, and as soon as you make that decision to where you're going to fight whatever this thing is, that fight part of your mind, then you're supposed to call out to the lady of the Ninth Heaven. So I found this very interesting. I'm going to try to use this with other entities and see how this works out. But I wonder if like that mental state, like what that's about. So I found that again interesting. So there's some other stuff I want to talk about. Oh, okay, yeah. So when I was I was stretching the other day. Let's see how this works out. So I was stretching the other day, yesterday, and I came across a thought that I had just come across. I don't know if this was given to me by spirit or what, but when we enter meditative states, sometimes like for me, I feel like the air on my skin, and I can kind of just experience my environment with my skin. And then I started thinking about like becoming one with the environment. And the Taoism was kind of leading me to like the flow state that I was talking about, I think in the other video. Anyway, there's a flow state that you enter, like an effortless kind of state. So when you're in this flow state, you become like one with your environment. So I was wondering, like, when do you become one with your environment? Like, where do you begin, and when does your environment begin? And so, like, when the air was touching my skin, I started thinking about this. And I guess it really depends on how we see ourselves. Like, spiritually, we can extend out, because I've done this before when connecting with spirit. And then, but like, even just like touching things, when you see things, using all your senses. And what I realized, for me, what I came to a realization is that we are our environment. Like, we are actually an aspect of the environment that we're in. So it was like a realization. It was really cool. And once I came to that realization, man, things seemed like different whenever I was stretching, or like even like, and I've had this before when I'm just walking, I feel the air blowing on my skin, and I kind of just realize I'm a part of this earth, this planet. And yeah, so I thought that was really fucking awesome. And a way to like really just instill this whenever I'm in this mental state I turn on the Schumann resonance, and there's like binaural beats of it. It's 7.83 hertz, and then I listen to running water without any birds. The birds fucking are so annoying to me. But like there's a good anyways. But so it's just like running water, and then I'll listen to the Schumann resonance like on 2 different windows on my computer, and I'll play it on my TV, and I'll go into like a meditative state then, and I think that's fucking rad. So there's some ideas for you if you want to, like, you know, layer different like binaural beats with sounds of nature. You can do that, and you can actually go to each window on your computer, and then just like turn one down and have the other one up higher, whatever. You can control the volume independently on each window. So I've been doing that, and I found that really beneficial. I actually did that when I was working through the Cliff Auth. I was playing binaural beats, and then in the back I turned it down really low, like chanting of like the entity that ruled that shell. You know what I'm saying? So that was pretty fucking cool. And so yeah, I just want to make a quick video, man. Just kind of share some shit that I've been learning. Thanks for watching. If you like this video, share it with your friends. If you hate it, share it with your enemies. Take it easy.